So, Heidi, let's talk about you for a minute, if that's okay with you.
Okay, sure.
So, you are an actress. You're also a writer, producer. You do a lot of things in the sci-fi world, in the independent world as well. By the way, your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter handles are at Miss Heidi Cox. That's MS Heidi Cox. Um, Tell us, what's this chasing Fletcher Allen that we've heard so much about?
That is my short film that I co-wrote and produced and starred in um, with Philomar as playing Fletcher Allen. And I co-produced it with Geekscape, which is Jonathan London's company, and
Mhm.
Fonco, Fawn H. Davis's company. And it is in the film festival submission stage right now, which is kind of a weird territory at the moment, considering the climate with coronavirus and stuff. So
Right.
we haven't found a premiere home yet, but we are excited about it. I mean, it's about a woman who realizes it's like the process of her realizing that she's enough. And I think I like it. It's more, it has more of a sweet tone to it as opposed to like an edgy like which a lot of like indie short films have. And I think those are amazing too. This one's definitely family friendly as well. So I love it. I'm excited about it. I want to share it. All the festivals are being pushed back or canceled. Some of them have been canceled. Some
Right.
people have made films that have gotten into like South by Southwest and now they don't get to premiere them the way they thought
Oh,
they were going to. You know, it's really
what? Where'd you get the idea for this project? Because I know it's been a long time coming, and it has like a really good origin story. You shot at some really cool stages. I've seen a little bit of the stuff. It's awesome.
thanks. you know, it it's loosely based on it's its own entity, but it's loosely based on my web series, which is called Stalking LeVar, as in LeVar Burton. And the tagline for that, I think, is a woman in search of a very important person. And that is on YouTube, and you can go watch that right now whenever you want on
Awesome.
my channel, Dweeb Darlings. But the film is its own thing, and it definitely kind of piggybacked off of that, and it's based on certain things about my experiences in my life of just kind of discovering who I am and finding having confidence and realizing sort of like becoming like that alchemist in your life where you realize one day that you're okay and you actually can do more than you even knew you could, and you don't even really I don't know if you ever have that moment like when you're an adult where you kind of surprise yourself when you just take care of something and you're like, oh, I just did that. I didn't even know I could do that, but I guess I can, and I think it's a really important story for women, especially because a lot of us have grown up being taught that we need to rely on people to do things for us, and it turns out that we don't always need that. I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes humans do need help and it's okay to ask for it, but finding yourself and your confidence is it's really important. Your relationship with yourself is really important. So a lot of my story writing seems to be circling around that lately.
Speaking of which, very quickly, you were also had some things to say about domestic violence awareness. Do you have any like websites or anything you could share with us about that?
I don't have like my own personal website when it comes to that, but an organization that I really like that's local to Los Angeles is Peace Over Violence. They're really big
Peace over
about,
violence.
yeah, sorry, they are really big about educating, especially younger people, but not just about healthy relationships. Um, I'm a, I guess I'm a survivor of a domestic violence situation. Kind of grew up around it as well. So it's an outreach of mine that's really important. I work when I go home to South Carolina. There's also a shelter that I usually work with, and they have a resale shop, and they're really sweet. They ask me to model their clothes when I go home, and they'll do like a really fun photo shoot, which
Cool.
hopefully helps bring people in so that they buy, so that they buy these clothes in order to help keep the shelter afloat. It's called Safe Harbor. So,
Safe harbor. Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Is that is that easily found, like safeharbor.com, something like
Yeah,
that?
I think it might be safeharbor.org. I should have probably
That's okay. We can Google it.
looked that up for you. But
Also,
if you go to my
We have
Instagram handle,
computers, so.
oh right, and if you go to my Instagram handle as well, like there is material, like there are posts from some of the photo shoots where I give
Good.
the information. So.
Miss Heidi Cox. And also, I wanted to make sure we didn't skip over too quickly, but the Stalking LeVar website is on your YouTube channel, and that's Dweeb Darlings. Is that right?
Yeah, Dweeb Darlings is my production company, and it's also my YouTube channel. It just, just think of Nerd Girls, but Dweeb Darlings, double D's, so.
Why are we laughing? I don't get it.
Double D's.
It's a
But
boot,
I just,
Brian.
I think it's important for female filmmakers to have a voice, and that's sort of what I try to do with the teams that come in and work with us. And I'm also an ambassador for the Chimera Project, which is a nonprofit that helps support and empower female filmmakers and filmmakers who identify as female.
I hadn't heard of that one before.
Oh, really? Do you know America Young? She's one of the board members, really smart lady. So very, very good friend. Yeah,
Great.
I love it.
I
So
see
there you
it's
go.
CHIMERA project, nonprofit. It's great.
Yeah, it's usually the signature in my emails too. If you ever need to go look, you can click on it. So
Awesome. So we'll have all this information in the description box below. So if any of those things sound like something people want to check out, they can just check that out. Mike already pointed you in the right direction, so you know where to find that stuff.
right there. Yeah.
That way
Yeah.
down.
Awesome. So, Michael, if you have any further questions no further questions, I've got a couple final things to hit up.
You mentioned Phil Lamar. That's the Phil Lamar who voiced Hermes on Futurama.
Yes, and
Yes,
Samurai
I love
Jack
him, yeah.
and like a zillion other characters. He's so
Right.
talented. Yeah. Yeah, I wish more people could see the film. I'm really excited for it to have its premiere and get some more eyes on it. He's so great.
Yeah.
And he was just really gracious and kind and really fun to work with. There's a lot of other cool people in it too, like Cooper Barnes from Henry Danger, and I don't know if you know Damien Poitier. Let's see, Jenny Van Deen, who you know her, right? Because you know Casper.
No, I don't know any of these people.
Oh, really?
I know Phil Lamar. Like when you said that, I was like, wait, is that the guy who does Hermes?
And Eugene Bird also. Eugene Bird is in it. He was on Bones and.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, and Eugene does a ton of voice work as well. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. I know he does a lot of video games.
Nice.
But really fun people. Really, I was really lucky. We were super lucky.
It's always good to hear when you hear that like celebrities are like nice people, because it's like you hear so many horror stories and.
Yeah, I know, right? And sometimes from the ones you don't expect. Like, oh, they seem so nice. And
right.
Or sometimes they don't seem nice, and you're like, actually, that dude was pretty cool.
Yeah. Or
He's
you
just
never
a
know.
good actor, yeah.
He had a good breakfast.
Some people are just having a bad day too. Who knows? I can't imagine having to be on all the time.
Yeah.
But